Chad come to you and kind of tell you that he'd reached this decision, or how did that all come about?
Well, it's just last couple weeks. His knee wasn't getting any better, and so I think for him, the realization that he couldn't play at the level that he wanted to was bothering him. He's a proud guy. Didn't want to let the team down. Some of the conversations were just about, I'm going to miss the team. I don't want to let my teammates down. I told him he wasn't, but at the end of the day, it was his choice, and we're all sad to see him go.
Can you put into words what an amazing player he was on and off the field?
Yeah, I mean, he was a great player even before he came to us in Sounders. Helped us win a championship. Helped us win many, many, many games. Kept the mood in the locker room right. He came in and thanked the staff when he finally did make his decision, and he was, telling Gonzo, yeah, you don't need me to play out of the back anymore. So it was good banter back and forth. But I think all of us as coaches, I think I said it in my notes, I was honored to coach him. I mean, he was a great, great American center back, great American defender, arguably one of the best our league has ever had. I'm, of course, biased, but, I think he's pretty terrific.
What does it say about this club that you've had two probably the best American players here that are retired here with you?
It's great. Being born in the United States, I'm proud to be there. I think the development of American players has been a hot button item for ever since I've been playing. And so to see successful players that were born in this country, I think it's all a positive.
When he came here, he had a reputation among teammates as already being kind of like gregarious, funny. But in 2014, we definitely did not see that. It seemed like that slowly started to come out over the years, that at least we could know what teammates were talking about when they would say these kinds of things. But were you glad that fans and the media got to see that side of him, that he didn't want to keep it entirely in-house?
Yeah. I mean, we saw it a little sooner than you guys did, of course. But, he is who he is. He's a big personality in that locker room, and you need guys that are serious, you need guys that are funny, you need guys that work, you need guys that are young, old. I mean, you need a good mix and good balance in there. He took the edge off on many occasions when everybody's all angst and angry, and he would just do something. He would say something, and we'd be going, okay, yeah, it's not that serious, let's just be happy that we've got a good job and we're around a bunch of good teammates. And that was one of his lasting things. He made us all realize that yes, this is a intense sport and there's pressure, but he was able to relieve some of that at certain moments.
Can you share one of the things he would do or say in the locker room that's TV friendly?
There's too many to do. He's a big hugger, yeah, for sure. His floss dance, whatever he does. I mean, all of that stuff. It's there's been a lot of moments, a lot of good moments.
Minnesota's being his last game. What do you remember about his play in that? Or could you tell anything?
Well, I thought he was steady. I mean, look, we had been battling. It wasn't like we were immune to the fact that he was having issues with his knee. It just so happened that we didn't know how bad, that he was feeling about his knee. So, I thought his last performance was okay.
Adrian talked a little bit about the process of acquiring him and gave a lot of praise to Ziggy in that process. Do you remember anything about that, and could you have anticipated what he brought to the team at that time?
Well, obviously, when we brought him here in 2014, I had done a lot of the pregame scouting for our opponents. Zig obviously had a first-hand knowledge of what he could bring. So yeah, I was not shocked that Ziggy wanted him. I knew from film that he was a great player, and all of my knowledge of him from film was evident when I saw him on the field.
How important is it now for Roman Torres that he's been a starter to just continue to take that role as the new person back there?
Well, one door closes, the other one opens. I mean, we all have to, keep our options open. It's a long season. We didn't think this was going to happen. And Roman was, he was a little upset he lost his starting spot, but Roman kept working. He kept playing, training well, and now he's, back in the fold and playing extremely well. So, like I said, I've been extremely fortunate as a coach that the front office has given us, the coaching staff, tools to be successful. And it was almost a luxury having 3 center backs of that caliber on our roster. But now it's paid off.
And adding on to that, how important is it that you have a center back that has similar qualities and ability to bottle balls in the air? He's a veteran player, has some leadership aspects.
Yeah. I mean, you guys saw the game against Philly. That was a tough game. It wasn't our best, soccer performance, but that was a tough game. Roman stood in the middle of that defense, organized things, cleared balls, headers. Attacking-wise on some of our set pieces, he was close. So he did his job as well, very well.
Looking forward to Kansas City briefly. You have Victor Rodriguez and Gustav Svensson back here in training. How are they looking?
Gustav's looking pretty 100%. Victor will be day to day. We'll see if we bring him along and we can't make that final breakthrough when we, have that one training day in Kansas City.
Anything else, guys?
In terms of managing the emotional aspect of this, how are you going to go about that as far as with the team? Do you think that it complicated things at all this week?
Well, Chad was able to say his goodbyes to his teammates, and they're all fine. They all love him, so that wasn't that difficult. We'll all miss him, But Harry took him to a Portland Trailblazer game the other night. They're still going to hang out. He's not going anywhere. They're still going to be friends.
So, Coach, you personally, as a person, what will you tell Chad at this moment?
I just wished him well in his next chapter of his life. It's a fact. We all have to move through different things, and retiring's not easy. It's not easy for senior older players, but I think he handled it very well.